I'm thinking during this quarantine, self-isolation time about the scripture when Jesus said, go into your closet and pray. Well, now's our time. Here in my house, my closets are tiny, but my wardrobes are a little bigger, but not literally closet. But go into your inner world, your inner self, and pray. This is a time we can do that. We can do just that. Thomas Keating is very famous for bringing centering prayer to the masses, not just a monastery, but all of us. It's a time of 20 minutes of silent prayer. I once wrote him a letter and I said, all this talk about not thinking when you pray, what's up with that? I love to think. And he said, after your prayer, you can think all you want, but not thinking during prayer gets us in touch with our hidden motives. Years ago, I heard Thomas Keating speak. It was at a spiritual formation conference. It was sponsored by Trinity Wall Street Episcopalian Church in New York City, but it was held in a little town of Navasota, Texas, Camp Allen, an Episcopalian retreat center, and it was more than good. It was exquisite. There was Desmond Tutu, Thomas Keating, Walter Wink, Phyllis Tickle, Alan Jones. I'm still gleaning from this incredible week, and it was April of 2003. At one point, there was a question and answer time with Thomas Keating, and someone asked him, Father Keating, how do I know when I've been in the presence of God? Will I see color? Will I hear his voice? And he said, when I see the results, I'll say you've been there. 1, you show the fruit of the Spirit. And I know many of you know that scripture in Galatians, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, is that 9 fruit of the Spirit. And 2, you love your enemies. And 3, you don't have to be right. I thought, oh, I've never been in the presence of God. My sister gave me a plaque years ago that says, you can agree with me or you can be wrong. I don't really mean that, but sometimes my best friend told me I kill a gnat with a sledgehammer. Another sister said, well, you want to make sure it's dead. But that really struck me, the results. You don't have to be right. I wonder if this can be a time that we can learn that. For we can't really be out showing people our faith in the same way that we always have when we're isolated, we're social distancing. But we can go into our closet and pray. We don't have to be right. There are people who've unfriended me or who have not accepted a friend request because they disagree. And we're so shame-based, as Brene Brown has brought to the forefront. And I'm also suffering from vulnerability hangover that Brene Brown talks about. All these videos, this is not for me. This is not what I'm used to doing, but I have no other way to reach out to my people, and this is kind of what I do. So I wonder if thinking that you have to agree with me. I love being in the North and being from the South. We have this attitude, if you disagree with me, then you don't like me. In the North, you seem to have more of a way of saying, you say what you believe, I'll say what I believe. But maybe not so much anymore, or that's pretty much everywhere. This, you don't have to be right. What a gift if we could spend time in our closet, go into our closet, into our homes, and find that place with God as God changes us. There's results when we've been with God. We don't have to be right. We don't have to be right. One of the reasons we were so enamored with Thomas Keating is because we saw the results. He was so at peace with everything, everything, everything. And we wanted to have what he had. I asked a woman pastor who was going through ordination what she wants to leave people after they've known her for a while. And she said, I think of that famous scene in When Harry Met Sally, when Rob Reiner's mother in the restaurant says, I want what she's having. Of course, that's a different podcast. I'm not going to be talking about that topic. But what a gift when we say to someone, I want what you're having. That kind of contagious faith. Let us go into our closet in this quarantine time and pray so that we too can show the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, goodness, self-control, all those. That we can love our enemies. And maybe not just spend time on Facebook with those who agree with us, but know when God changes us, we don't have to be right. Blessings to you during this time.